Okay, so let's cover filtering and sorting. I've downloaded some information for this example from the internet. It's on Midwestern Workers from March 1999, and we have about 6,000 records here. So if you go over to your Data tab, real briefly some basic stuff. Click on any cell in a column to sort using these buttons here, ascending or descending. If you want to sort by multiple columns at a time, use your sort dialog here. You can add multiple levels to sort by age first and then by yearly earnings, for example. So now age and then yearly earnings. And also your filter dialog, your filter drop down boxes. Just click on here, and I'm sure you guys are very familiar with this. Real quickly, you can see that I'm filtering by age because I have the arrow in this drop down box here. This one does not because I'm not sorting by education, and I'm also sorting by yearly earnings as well. Now if you click on one of these drop down boxes here, I'm sure you're familiar with this as well, but one thing I do want to call out is sorting by color and filtering by color. Okay, so it's grayed out because I don't have any colors in this column, but let's add some. So I'll just add some colors kind of arbitrarily here. We'll add a green and we'll add a yellow. So now you can see filter by color, all my yellows are here. Filter by color, all my greens. So if I back out of this, it's important to note also that this feature plays well with conditional formatting. So let me just select the whole column here. I'll add some conditional formatting real quickly. So now you'll see that every yearly earnings less than 14,000 is going to be yellow all the way down. And so now if I click back on the drop down, I can filter by this yellow. Now it's a simple calculation, so you may as well in this application have just used number filters, but the principle still stands. If you have a more complex conditional format rule, you can, rather than recreating that logic here in the filter, you can just look for the colors. Now another feature that I want to call out is your find feature. So just press Control F. This is obviously not a sort or a filter, but there's another way to use this that a lot of people don't know about, I think. First, real quickly, you can search for the sheet or the workbook, and you can even search within comments here or formulas. But what I want to call out is searching by format. You see no format is set here. So we can actually search for all the cells with a color yellow in them. So let me try that here, and I'll just showcase why we may get some unexpected results briefly here. So here's the same yellow that I chose. So you'll see in my preview here, it's the same yellow as you see here. I'm going to click Find Next, and it's thinking, okay? The reason it's thinking is because it's not actually finding this yellow. So why isn't it finding this yellow? That's because these cells are only conditionally formatted to have that yellow. The cells themselves are not permanently formatted with this yellow, okay? So we just finished searching the active body range on the sheet. So what I'll do is I'll close out of this, and over here I'm just going to allocate some yellows. Okay, so you notice that I'm formatting these cells with yellow, and these are conditionally formatted with the other yellow. So I'll press Control F again, and we'll do Format Yellow now, okay, and click Find Next. As you'll see, it finds these yellows immediately. Okay, one last thing that's pretty basic that I want to talk about is custom filters. So let's go over here to the state column. I want to do a text filter. Let's do a custom filter. I want to talk about these wildcards actually. So if you're involved in the programming or the computer space, you probably heard the term wildcard in this context. So here you say if we use a question mark, that'll represent a single character, or if we use a star or an asterisk, that'll represent a series of characters. Okay. So again, we're searching the state column. So if I do *IS, what do you think that'll give me? Anything that has any number of letters or numbers, and then it finishes with IS, so like Illinois. Okay, so you'll see this effectively filters by Illinois. So one last thing I want to showcase with these custom filters, we have an Ohio with an asterisk here. And remember that the asterisk is one of the wildcard characters, and it typically means any character. So if we search for an asterisk here, let's just type asterisk, what's going to happen? It should show us every single state, because that means every series of characters, right? So that's not what we want. So let's go back in and remember again that we have Ohio with an asterisk here. So if we do a custom filter, there is such a thing as an escape character. And they don't call that out here, and I'm not sure why, but the escape character is used to precede these wildcard characters, and it means to interpret the wildcard characters literally. So if we do equals star IO tilde star, this means, here's a regular asterisk, so that means any number of characters. So that means the word can start with anything and it has an IO in it. And then this tilde star means literally star, literally asterisk. So again, the tilde is an escape character that says literally interpret the next character, not as a wildcard character. So this should give us all the Ohios with a check with the asterisk on the end, just like that. Now obviously the simpler way to do this is just to check the box down here, but let's make believe that we had a more complex scenario with multiple results with asterisk or something like that.